What is up, YouTube? This is Joe from Zephyr Digimon, and I'm bringing to you guys the deck profile for one of the new decks to come out in BT21, and essentially the whole theming around BT21, other than the whole Appmon part of it, and that is the Hero deck. So this is a budget take on a conventional, current conventional take on the Hero deck. But I do warn you, there is so many ways you can build this deck. This deck essentially has a lot of different thematic ways that you can build around it to fit a lot of thematic styles. Not so much a lot of play styles. You can do a lot of different play styles within this deck. You can focus it on towards the more Appmon related side of the deck. You can focus it along towards the more cross-heart theming of the set, etc, etc. There's a lot of different ways you can build and take around the hero strategy. I've gone for the build that appealed to me the most, and that is the Hunter's style of the deck. I feel like with the Hunter's style of the deck, in the initial glance, you have a lot of ways to reduce your evolution costs, so you can climb up to your higher stages a lot faster, and a lot more memory efficient. And there's a lot of ways that you can cheat into your levels as well. As I said in previous profiles here on the channel, with the way that today the game is currently going in terms of speed, if you have any way in Archetype to cheat your levels and cheat your climbs, go for it. Try it out. Emphasize some of your build around that, as that is going to help you get back into the game a lot faster, as opposed to more older and sometimes even newer conventional decks. So, before I get into the profile itself, if you've enjoyed, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell, because obviously if you enjoy posting content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that. All of that is greatly appreciated, and thank you guys so much for doing so. So with all that said and done, let's get into this hero deck. So again, this is a more budget take on the hero deck. Which essentially means I'm not playing the new secret rare tie. I'll show you what you can use in replace of that tie, which in some cases works even better if your mindset is different, essentially. So to start off with the rookie, with the baby, I've gone for 4 copies of Gurumon for BT21. Most of these cards are from BT21. This is just if you are Gamma 1 in text or the hero trait, you get, when attacking, draw 1. You can play with the new Quartzmon from the set, which is also a hero traded egg. That is if your Tamer becomes suspended, you get to draw 1. So it all depends on the more consistent thing that you're thinking you're going to be doing. I just went with a simple when attacking one, as you know, when aren't you attacking, especially in the hero deck, which is an aggressive deck. Going into the rookies, we're playing, one of the main reasons I really wanted to actually make the hero deck is because I get to play with both the boys. So we're playing 2 copies of BT21 Guilmon and 2 copies of BT21 Gammamon. We've got both the little boys here. So happy in this deck. So with the Gammamon, with the Guilmon, actually, this is one of your draw engines in the deck. Where if you can on play trash a Guilmon, Growlmon, Gallantmon, Digimon, or hero traded card in your hand to draw 2 cards. On delete, gain 1 memory. So if your stack does get deleted, you get to at least get a little something back. But we are also playing the Gammamon, as this is one of our cheating ways in the deck. This is our way to jump from 3 to 6, depending on the scenario, to get back into the game, where your turn, if you have 2 or less memory, or if you have 2 or less security cards, or if you have 3 or more hero trait tamers with different names, this Digimon may digivolve into a serious mon in the hand for its evolution cost of 4, ignoring evolution requirements. Inherent is just plus 2000 TP on your turn. Both of these can evolve on a hero trait egg, which again our Gurumon is, so we can just evolve for 0. Another important thing is that they are both red and purple colored Digimon, which you'll see when we get into champions. For our next rookie, probably one of the best rookies though in terms of flexibility, is the Shoutmon. So he can evolve on a hero trait for 0. He is when this Digimon will digivolve into a Digimon card with a cross art or hero trait, you can reduce the cost by 1. Bear in mind, one of your level 5s can actually jump onto this for 4 memory, meaning that with this guy, he can actually evolve for 3 memory. So you're paying the same memory you would from a 4 to a 5 from just a level 3, which is really memory efficient. He does have an on-delete save ability, and if you have a cross heart trait inherent, gain rush. So it is another way to get an additional rush target. But you're rarely going to be using that ability. You can take it in. At the end of the video, I will show you some text that you can use, and along with some different engines that you can also look into if you want to take the hero deck to yourself. Yeah, 4 copies of Shoutmon. And the last of the rookie is the other consistency card, which is 4 copies of Digimon. Again, can evolve on a level 2 with saving its text or the hero trait. And on play, by trashing 1 card with saving its text or the hero trait, draw 2, on delete save, and inherent plus 2000 DP. So we have a nice little consistency in terms of DP buff in our level 3s. But we do have a lot of draw power in this deck. As you can see, 6 of our rookies do just let you trash a card, draw 2, which is absolutely very efficient. Since we are playing a Hunters styled build, we are playing 4 copies of the BT21 Reshiramon. This can evolve for 2 on a Digimon level 3 with saving its text. Bear in mind, the only ones who are going to be doing that is the Shoutmon and Digimon. It essentially means this can evolve for 2 memory naturally on all of our rookies, with the Shoutmon being an actual Digimon with saving its text. When Digivolving, if this Digimon has 2 or more evolution cards, he can gain rush for the turn. So this is pretty nice if you wanted to play a rookie and evolve with your one of your Tamers, or if you get the rookie out, etc, etc, which is very, very handy. And on delete, he does have save, and then you can place a Digimon card with saving its text when you trash under one of your Tamers. The inherent is that when attacking, if it has saving its text, you get to draw 1. So again, more consistency, more drawing. But I really like this card for the ability to have a quick rush target. And again, it's just one of your better champions in the deck. We are playing 4 copies though of the brand new Reshiramon from BT21. He can evolve on a Digimon card with saving text or the hero trait. So again, he can evolve on anything for 2 memory. On play and when Digivolving, you may play 1 Tamer card with the Hunter or hero trait from your hand without paying the cost. What's great is that he doesn't need to see how many Tamers you have, so you can just keep on flooding Tamers, which is very, very efficient, as we do need as many Tamers on the field as possible. Just absolutely great. On delete though, you do get to place 1 Digimon card with saving its text or the hero trait from your hand or trash under one of your Tamers. Then you get to save this card, and you can digicross this card with a Digimon card with save in its text, which is pretty handy. Unfortunately, it doesn't digicross for -2 with a hero trait as well, which means we could use like Gammamon and Gilmon. But, you know, being able to still digicross with our Shoutmon, Gumdramon, and Reshiramon, and the next card we're going to get into as well, is still very, very strong. Last for the champions, we are playing just 4 copies of the BT21 Shoutmon King version. He can digivolve on a level 2, on a level 3 with saving his text. Again, it could be all of those, but since all of our Digimon are red, he just naturally evolves for 2 of them, which is great. On play with Digivolving, you may play a Taiki Kudo, Yuamono, or Tagaru Akashi from our hand without paying a cost. Again, doesn't check for what we have on the field, which is absolutely great. More Tamer flooding, which is absolutely fantastic. On delete, he does have save. Then you can place a Digimon card with saving its text from your trash under one of your Tamers. You can also digicross with a saved text card. The inherent is that if this card is saving its text, delete one of your opponent's Digimon 4000 DP or less. And also the Reshiramon we went to earlier has just, you know, plus 2000 DP. It's great. So that's it for our champions. As you can see, our champion lineup is just very efficient. It's just what we need it to do. Everything in here is just, you know, what we need for the deck to actually function in terms of this engine for the deck. So because of the engine for the deck, we are going to utilize the what I still think is pretty broken BT21 Reshiramon Superior mode. So he can digivolve from a level 4 red, black, or purple with save in its text for just 4 memory. Again, all of our guys are purple and they all have saving our text, which is absolutely fantastic. So there's no problems here. So he can, when digivolving, place one of your opponent's Digimon that's level 3 or lower as the bottom evolution card of another opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then, for each Tamer you have in play with a different color, you may add one to the maximum level you can play with this effect. So it's absolutely fantastic. He can, if you have all the Tamers, you can reach, I believe, level 6. As we have 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. So 3. No, he can reach 7. You do need to have every Tamer though in your deck in play. At least one of them, but you can reach level 7s, which is just enough for the deck to work. In terms of for him to be, you know, a strong effective removal. End of your turn though, this Digimon with 4 or more evolution cards can attack without suspending. Again, great, fantastic ability. He does have a when attacking inherent, though you rarely be able to pocket. That if this Digimon has saving text, you get to draw 1. It can come up as you can just use this as a material to evolve for cheaper via your Tamers. But I do like him as just a boss monster for the deck. We are playing 3 copies though of the BT21 Omni Shoutmon. So he can evolve on a Shoutmon for 4 memory, which I was alluding to earlier. Meaning that with this guy, you can just evolve for 3 memory from 3 to 5. Or he can evolve on a Quasar or Hero trait for 3 memory. That's level 4. So this is a Cross Heart and this is a Hero. So you can't evolve on the older Restrogemon, so just do bear that in mind. But yeah, it's still very efficient. 8 of our champions can still evolve into this. And what we're losing from this, we're gaining from the level 3. So, you know, we've still got 12 things that we can evolve on. End of attack, though, you may play 1 card with a Cross Heart, Blue Flare, or Hero trait from your hand with the play cost reduced by 5. If you did, delete this Digimon. On delete, you may place 1 Digimon card with a Cross Heart or Blue Flare trait from your hand or trash under any of your Tamers and save. So he can use this for the Cross Heart. Unfortunately, the Gundramon still isn't a Cross Heart trait. So these 2 can be placed under your Tamers as Cross Heart. He can also just place them, one of himself as well if you had another copy in the trash. So there is efficiency there. And then we're playing 4 copies of the brand new Restrogemon Superior Mode. So he can evolve on a level 4 with saving his text or the hero trait for 3 memory. It's very efficient. Again, all of our champions meet those requirements. When Digivolving, this Digimon may attack without suspending. So it's essentially what the Superior Mode, but instead of being end of turn, he just does it once and not when Digivolving. So do bear that in mind when you're comboing off and Digivolving into this. But all turns, Digimon gains 1000 DP for each of its Digivolution sources. So he can get to huge numbers. So what's great with this deck and this build is that your level 5s are essentially big level 6s. So when you look into our level 6 account, you're probably thinking, why is it so low? It's because we have 7 boss monsters in our level 5s, which is absolutely fantastic. So going into our boss monsters in terms of level 6s, we are playing 2 copies of Seriousmon. It's great that I get to play Seriousmon in another deck. So he can evolve from a level 5 again when it takes all of the hero trait for 3 memory. So the only thing he can't evolve on is our superior mode from BT12, which is fine. As again, 7 of our level 5s can evolve into it. And again, our rookie can also warp into this. So we still have 9 ways that we can evolve into this guy, so we're not losing out on that. He has Sec +1 and Raid, and when Digivolving, when attacking by placing 1 Digimon card with Gamma on its text or the hero trait from your hand as the evolution cards, delete your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. At one of them. So it's absolutely fantastic board removal, great aggression, and a great boss monster for the deck. The other boss monster from the deck is actually from the starter deck, Wargreymon Ace, because he is a hero trait, which is absolutely funny. So he can evolve from a level 5 with the hero adventure trait or the hero trait for 3 memory. So we still have 7 cards that we can evolve into this. He is a blast Digivolve as well. He is an on-play when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn. For every 2 colors your Tamers have, one of their effects do not affect one of your Digimon. For their Digimon effects don't affect one of your Digimon. So essentially, it's really weird worded. For every 2 cards your Tamers have, one of your Digimon is unaffected by your opponent's Digimon. Essentially, sure, it's been worded like that, but hey ho. So we do have a lot of obviously different color tamers, multicolored tamers, so we're going to be able to at least get something. What's really cool with this is that it combos very well with Omnishoutmon, as at end of a type, Omnishoutmon gets to let you play a hero trait for a minus cost of 5. Considering he's an ace level 6, he is actually going to be able to be played for 2 memory, which is absolutely nuts. So if you do have 2 memory, or you just need a way to just pass your opponent at low memory, you can swing with the Omnishout, do some chip damage at your opponent's security. If he does survive, you can just delete himself, slap down a Wargreymon ace, make himself immune on your opponent's turn, delete one of your opponent's Digimon, because well, get the protection, and then you get to save underneath your tamers, which then means on your next turn, when this guy, you know, because he was immune, he gets to, when attacking, delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon, so he can swing, delete something, and now off we go from there. Absolutely fantastic ace for the deck. For the last boss monster in the deck, it's just one Quartzmon. We are playing a Hunter's deck afterwards, so we do get to utilize Quartzmon in the deck, as he can evolve for 9 memory on a level 5 with saving his text. All of our level 5s do have saving their text, so we can just, you know, jump from 5 to 7 with Quartzmon. It does cost a lot of memory, but he could probably get a lot of that memory back. Moving on to the Tamers, we are playing 2 copies of the BT21 Hero and Manakawa. Start of your main. If your opponent has a Digimon, just gain a memory. And your turn, when an effect places a Digivolution card under any of your Digimon with gain 1 text or the hero trait by suspending its Tamer, draw 1, gain 1. Absolutely a fantastic card. It does synergize very well with one of the other Tamers in the deck. So, you know, we just get to gain additional memory, additional consistency, and additional Tamer colors. It's absolutely great. 2 copies of Taiki Kuda from BT21 by placing 1 Digimon card with the Crossheart Bluefit or hero trait from your hand under this Tamer, draw 1, gain 1 memory at the start of main. Great consistency, great memory gain. A lot of our Tamers in the deck aren't essentially memory fixers, but they do just generate memory from just, you know, doing what they want like to do, which is absolutely fantastic. And in your turn, when any of your Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Crossheart or hero trait, by suspending this Tamer, one of them may attack. So if you had one of them essentially could gain rush, you'll be able to do some of that shenanigans here. But you know, what's great is that you can still, when the Omnishoutmon just gets deleted or deletes himself at any attack to play the Wargreymon, you could still just use Taiki Kudo. No, you can't do that. I was just thinking something else. I literally read the card and I just completely blanked on what the card did. So ignore me for that there. Our last Tamer from BT21 is 4 copies of Tagaru Akashi. So by start main by placing 1 Digimon card with saving its text or the hero trait from your hand under this Tamer, draw 1, gain 1. Essentially the same thing as Taiki Kudo, but replaced Crossheart with save. And then your turn, when any of your Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon card with saving its text or the hero trait by suspending this Tamer and placing 1 card from under your Tamers as any of their evolution cards, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So this is the Tamer that does combo really well with Hero, as you can see, when just by evolving into one of our saved trait Digimon. We can use the Tagaru to place a source from under a Tamer underneath that Digimon, frocking the hero to, because you gained an evolution source and it was a hero trait, you can then draw 1, gain 1, and then this one reduces your evolution by 1. So you're essentially reducing your evolution by 2 overall, which is absolutely fantastic for memory efficiency plays. The card that replaced the secret rare from the BT21 set, Tamer, is just a starter deck Tamer from ST15. If you have 2 or less memory, set your memory to 3. But when any of your attack target is switched by suspending same, withdraw 1, and then one of your Digimon gains 2000 DP for the turn. We have a good amount of raiding in this deck, which means that we can actually utilize Tamer to still gain draw power, but also gain DP, which sometimes does actually matter and does actually come up. So it's a very efficient way to swap if you are on a budget and want to play this, because even with this being a budget build, we're still playing 3, 6, 7, 11 SRs in this deck, as you know, all these Tamers are SRs, which is absolutely, you know, crazy. 8 SRs, as we also have Quartzmon. One of our SRs is an old card, so it's a little bit harder to get. But yeah, so we're still not, we're still doing stuff. It's just, I know the secret rares can be quite hard to get. As a budget player in other card games, I understand that pain and feeling. So I really wanted to share with you guys this build, as it is a way to get you into the hunter strategy, or the hero strategy via one of the many ways to build it. And it's just showing you essentially the main important cards. I'll go through the main important cards within this build specifically that you want to probably be investing in if you want to try out the hero strategy for even other builds as well. The last 2 cards of the build is just 2 copies of Cross Up from BT21. When you may, for 1 memory, place 1 Digimon card with saving its text from your hand or trash under any of your Tamers. Then one of your Digimon may digivolve into Digimon card with saving its text in the trash. So this is just another way to get into your higher stages via the level 5s, and even sometimes on your level 4s if you need to as well. You can get back into your superior modes, you can get into your shout ones, you can get into all your level 4s essentially, which is absolutely great. The security effect though is that you may play 1 card with saving its text and a play cost of 5 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost, then add this card to your hand. You can't play your Restoration ones, but you can play your Omni Shoutmon, which is very nice, or your Shoutmon King version, and you can obviously play your Tamers as well. But that, guys, is the deck profile for Hero Hunters variant. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've been looking at anywhere on Twitter, or X, as you know, some people like to call it now, or even Facebook, you've probably seen this build. Essentially just, you know, these 2 cards swapped out. It's just a build that really resonated with me. I really like it. Again, I got my 2 boys in the deck. I you know, just had to build it, but I did want to look at Hero and the Hero deck. Just when you're trying to build it yourself, sometimes it can just really cloud your mind. You're like, oh, it's just too many cards. So it's nice to just see builds online that just narrow it down and find a supplementary engine that just synergizes well with the deck. Had to put it together, had to share it with you guys. You do also, if you are a Hunters player, just in general, you do get to see a lot of the new cards that you can be utilizing with the Hunters deck. You know, utilizing the new Tamer, the new Superior mode, even the Shoutmon, and that kind of thing. All these work well within the natural Hunters deck if you want to just, you know, play Hunters. Yeah, I'm going to quickly share with you guys, so this video doesn't get too long, other engines you can utilize within this deck. If you wanted to not play the Hunters variant, you can go down a route, you know, of playing maybe a Vmon armor build. So you got 4 copies of the brand new Vmon from 21, along with 4 copies of the Magnamon from 21. If you really want to go down a more armor centric strategy, I think this could be a pretty cool strategy, maybe something I look into in the future. You got also, if you wanted to go for a different boss monster, we did get a new Shine Greymon along with his brand new Agumon, the Shine Greymon having raid and additional security checks. It would mean you're probably just swapping out this for the Marcus Daemon, so you can look into something along those lines. And if you don't own Quartzmon, you wanted another boss monster for the deck, we did get a brand new ×7 Superior mode, who does evolve on Hero Trait Digimon. So if you needed to get some source stripping and just wanted to have big 17 body, one of the highest DP Digimon you can have base in the game, you can go for that as well. Again, guys, that's the profile. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below what you think of the hero deck and what you're doing for your hero deck. What engines are you playing? What engines are you utilizing? Post them down in the comments below so both myself and everyone else here in the Digimon community can just understand and see what we can do with hero. So always like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, as always, stay safe and of course, happy dueling.